friends, and I am so excited to get started. Looking back at primary school, we celebrated so many different events across the calendar year, so today we're going to be having a look at those and rating them from 10 to 1. Let's go! Coming in today at number 10, we have got Remembrance Day. I've only got one word to say about this. Poppies. Poppies everywhere. Back at primary school, we used to be given safety pins with our paper poppies, and we used to have to put them onto our shirt without hurting ourselves, and I always remember I really struggled with this so much. Probably more than I ever should have, but I always ended up asking the teacher, Miss, please come over here and help me put my poppy on without me hurting myself. It was just that safety pin was so difficult not to poke your skin by accident, and when you did that, that was so painful. So every year, everyone had to do a minute's silence to remember the people who had fought in the wars and really just remember what we were actually wearing the poppies for. Or was it a 2-minute silence? I think it's 1 minute, but sometimes it was a 2-minute silence. I don't know. Can you guys remember? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, during this minute silence, there was always that one kid who would not shut up, and it was so annoying. Like, seriously, man, can you not just shut up for 1 minute to pay your respects? I mean, really, how difficult is it to be quiet for 1 minute? There was always that one kid that took the mick, and it was just so annoying. At this time of year, did anyone else do loads of poppy-based arts and crafts in the classroom? We used to do so many things. The biggest thing we would do is draw a poppy, and I always remember we had a competition every year to see who could draw the biggest, reddest poppy ever. I never did manage to win that. Sad times. I just have very strong memories of loads of people walking round in uniform for Remembrance Day. On some years, we even had people come into school as like a guest speaker to tell us about Remembrance Day and the part they played and how much they knew about it, and just to inform us really of what it was and build up our respect for it. Personally, I always really enjoyed hearing their stories and everything they had to say. I thought it was super interesting. At number 9, we have got the famous Harvest Festival. Yay! We're talking harvest assemblies, food donations, arts and crafts, charity events, the list goes on. What an amazing time of year this was. I remember it being full of oranges and yellows and reds. Just like a lot of orange. I feel like there was pumpkins there. It must have been in October. Duh, the Harvest Festival is obviously in October. Is it? I think it was in September, October time. That's why I remember there being like leaves falling, orange, yellow. You know what I mean, you get the vibe. Every British primary school had a harvest assembly, right? And of course, the best thing about the harvest assembly was the songs. The list of songs at Harvest Festival was absolutely elite. We're only talking about the Harvest Samba, All Things Bright and Beautiful, and the old banger We Plough the Fields and Scatter. Honestly, guys, I cannot tell you how much I want to sing one of those songs for you right now, but YouTube wouldn't like that, so no can do, sorry. I always loved the harvest food collection. It was one of my favourite parts of the harvest season. I just really enjoyed the charitable feel that it had. I loved seeing what other people brought in. It was just amazing. Honestly though, guys, anything to do with food, I am loving it. Da 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 da. That was a really good McDonald's reference. I'm quite proud of myself for that. Anyway, enough about McDonald's, back to the Harvest Festival. I have this amazing memory of raiding my mum's kitchen cupboards and grabbing anything in sight that I could to take to the Harvest Festival the next day. I feel like everyone bought in tins of things. I never remember there being much fresh produce, but I mean, it probably would have gone off anyway, so tins are the way to go for the Harvest Festival. Next on today's list, we have got number 8, Valentine's Day. Now, I'm not gonna lie, guys, I personally always found Valentine's Day at primary school super cringy. I mean, it might have been because I never actually had a Valentine at primary school, and I'm not gonna lie, guys, to this day, I'm still a bit sad about that. Everyone else at school seemed to get flowers and chocolate and secret love letters from their secret admirers, and all I got was a card from my mum saying, "Please be my Valentine, I love you." Mum, that's so embarrassing. You literally have to say you love me because I'm literally your daughter. No, I'm joking, Mum. I love you so much, and I am so grateful that I had a Valentine's Day card from at least someone back then. Love you, Mum. I know in some primary schools that they let you have a non-school uniform day, but you have to dress up in red and pink to celebrate all things Valentine's Day and love. I mean, I think that is a super good idea. Who wouldn't want an excuse for a non-school uniform day? One year on Valentine's Day at primary school, I have such a vivid memory of this. One of my favourite teachers brought in heart-shaped cookies that they baked themselves for Valentine's Day, and everyone got to have one. Oh wait, apart from me, apart from Holly Hos, I was not allowed a cookie, and I'll tell you for why. Because when I was at primary school, I was allergic to milk and eggs, and what did she make the cookies with, I hear you ask? Milk and eggs. I remember being so sad that I couldn't have one of these heart-shaped cookies like everyone else. I was like, oh my god, I'm so left out. I think instead they gave me like a satsuma, which is nice, but it's not the same as a chocolate heart-shaped cookie. They could at least have given me a tomato or a strawberry, something red at least for Valentine's Day. I would say good times, but that was not good times for me. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I think Valentine's Day at primary school was a little bit of a write-off for me, so I'm just gonna leave that one there, all right? A little bit of a strange one coming in at number 7 today. We have got Victorian Day. Now, please say someone else remembers this day as vividly as I do. Quite possibly the most random day to ever happen at primary school, would you agree? Honestly, I have so many questions. One being, what was the point? To make us see what it was like to live like a Victorian child in case the Victorian ages came back around again. I mean, what? All jokes aside, it was probably just like a history lesson gone wrong, but all the same, it was just very strange. I mean, at the time, I feel like we all enjoyed it, but looking back on it, it's just weird. The one vivid memory I have from Victorian Day, apart from everyone having to dress up in Victorian clothes and get bossed around all day by your teachers, I specifically remember one year our teacher picked on someone in the class and sent them out of the room. A minute or two passed, and then the teacher announced to the whole entire class that they were going to go and see the kid and sort him out. Off the teacher went outside, shut the door so no one in the classroom could see what was going on, but we could hear everything. Is this ringing any bells? Did this happen at anyone else's school? Anyway, the whole class would sit in silence and you could just hear from outside the teacher telling off the kid. And you know, back in the Victorian times, they used to children. So my teacher pretended to do this to the kid that they'd sent out. And my teacher must have had a word with the kid and said, just pretend that I've hit you and go back in crying. Because sure enough, a couple of minutes later, this kid comes back in crying his eyes out, pretending the teacher has him. Guys, I need to know, was this a universal experience or was it just my primary school that did this role play thing? Upon reflection, I think Victorian Day slightly scarred me as a child and I think I'm still recovering. In at number 6, we have got birthdays. Birthdays celebrated at primary school were always the best. But please tell me why, when it was your birthday at primary school, you were the one who had to bring the sweets in to share with everyone else? Looking back, surely it should be the other way round completely. Surely everyone else should bring in sweets to celebrate your birthday because it's your birthday and you shouldn't be expected to bring in the gifts for your birthday. Am I making any sense here, guys? Please let me know in the comments. Do you think we should have had to bring in our own sweets for our birthday? I just don't think we should have had to have done that. That's like child cruelty or something. The other thing about this that always really irritated me, right? So you'd bring in the sweets for your birthday, give them out to everyone, and you'd obviously want a sweet as well yourself because it was your birthday. If anything, you deserve 2 or 3 sweets to celebrate. Anyway, when you'd given all the sweets out, at the end, there would always be the bad ones left. The ones that no one wanted. Like the bounties in the celebration box or the eclairs in the quality street. You guys know what I mean? I just don't think it makes any sense. Do you know what, guys? Thinking about it, I'm going to start a petition to have this changed. Does anyone know where I go to start a petition for such a thing? If you do, let me know. Coming up to the halfway mark in today's video, please make sure you have subscribed to my channel. It helps me out more than you know. If you are enjoying this video, make sure you drop a thumbs up and hit that notification bell so you never miss another Holly Hos video ever again. Right, back to it. Number 5, what have you got for us? Yay! World Book Day is in at number 5 today, guys. This was always such a cute and wholesome day. I have such amazing memories of this. I loved this day. Every year you got to dress up as your favourite character from your favourite book and I just loved it. I can actually remember two characters that I went as, and I'm going to tell you what they are because they're super cute looking back. Now, who remembers the Daisy Meadow Rainbow Magic stories? These were my favourite. I loved these so much. So, of course, going by my name, I had to go as Holly the Christmas Fairy. I honestly wish I had a picture of this because I reckon I'd have looked so cute with my little fairy wings, magic wand, my hair done all cute. Oh my god, it would have been so cute. Another character I went as was Sophie from Sophie's Adventures. Now, I don't know if you remember this book, but it was so good. I think it was a little series. I think there was about 3 books. It was Sophie's Adventures, and she was just basically this tomboyish character, and she had 2 brothers, and it was basically just her going on little adventures with her family, and it was so good. I loved reading these stories. Honestly though, Lord knows what I would have looked like dressed up as Sophie. My mum probably like backcombed my hair and I wore welly boots to school. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting from this. I'm gonna have to ask my mum and see if she's got a photo from any of these days because, oh my god, I just think I would have looked so cute. I know that World Book Day is such a popular day for so many kids around the UK, so let me know in the comments what characters you chose to go as. I'd be so interested to hear your favourite stories and characters from when you were young. Fractionally missing out on a space in the top 3 today. At number 4, we have got Easter. One word. Chocolate! Now guys, Easter is my number 4 today because Easter is celebrated at such a lovely time of year. It's springtime, new life is blossoming, you can always smell the smell of freshly cut grass in the playground. I just think springtime at primary school is such an amazing time. I was lucky enough to go to primary school in the countryside, so my school was surrounded by fields and loads of lovely yellow daffodils. Seeing daffodils and green grass just makes me think of Easter. I love that time of year. At Easter time, the sun is getting warmer. There's optimism in the air. Everyone just seems like they're in a good mood, and that's why I love Easter. At primary school, we used to have massive Easter egg hunts on the field, and they were my favourite time of year because I'd be running around trying to find all the Easter eggs, but unfortunately, my little legs never quite carried me fast enough to catch up with everyone else. Honestly, I always had to steal chocolate from other people. Not steal chocolate, but basically they'd offer it to me because they felt sorry for me. Do you know what it was? I was always just too nice. Do you know what I mean? Right, let me explain that. I mean, I was too nice. I basically didn't care that everyone else was beating me in the Easter egg hunt. I was just like quite happy just plodding along and seeing what happened. Looking back, I was so uncompetitive at primary school. I just didn't really mind people getting there first. I was such a shy and chilled out kid that I just was like, no, competition, this is too much for me. You know what? I also think Easter at primary school was an amazing time because you knew that you were literally just about to have a 2-week holiday, and that was the best feeling ever. Everyone was just in a good mood. Oh! Taking the number 3 spot today, we have got Pancake Day! I flippin' adore Pancake Day! Get it? Flippin'? Oh, I'm here all week. I think it's such an amazing day. Like, who doesn't want pancakes for dinner every year on a random Tuesday night? Like, why not? Bring it on! We used to do a pancake race at my school, so you'd have to literally stand in lines and then have a pancake on a thing and flip it, and run at the same time, and the winner would be the person who crosses the finish line first. Why am I so out of breath? I literally feel like I'm gonna faint. I'm just so excited about pancakes. I feel like the pancake race was always more difficult than you thought because you had to flip it at the same time as running, and it would be really hard not to like fall over or cross over into someone else's lane. Guys, I suppose this is the biggest question ever. What is your preferred topping on a pancake? Mine is definitely lemon and sugar. When I was younger, I hated lemon and sugar on pancakes. When I was back in primary school, I always chose ice cream as my pancake topper. I feel like that's quite rogue. Let me know. I just feel like no one else really ever said, oh yeah, I had pancakes for dinner last night with ice cream on the top. But I always did, and I flippin' love them so much. Guys, help me. I need a pancake like right now. Number 2 today, we have got Christmas! So many amazing things happened around Christmas time at primary school. The memories are just so glorious. The Christmas play or the Christmas nativity was always the highlight of the year at our school. A big question, as always, who will be cast as Mary and Joseph? Spoiler alert, it was never me because I was painfully shy and I could not have thought of anything worse back then than being Mary. Disclaimer, I am not shy anymore. That has completely done a 180. I was the shyest kid in the whole world, and I feel like I'm like the non-shyest adult. At primary school at Christmas time, I was always given the role of like the star or the third tree because I was just so shy I couldn't think of anything worse. The whole time I was on stage, I was just kind of stood there like, oh my god, I want the crowd to swallow me up now. One of my favourite memories about Christmas at primary school was the feeling of walking into the classroom throughout December and just seeing the whole classroom decorated in gorgeous Christmas decorations. There was no feeling like it. It was so magical. I wish I could feel that again. As part of arts and crafts at primary school at Christmas time, we actually used to make Christmas decorations to take home, and looking back, I think it was the cutest thing because still to this day, I have got things that I made at primary school up on my Christmas tree at home. I mean, they're just such magical memories to make these little ornaments and baubles and hanging bits all around, and you have them forever to keep. And I just think it's such a lovely keepsake. I remember I always used to try and make those snowflakes that would like back onto each other. Does that make any sense? I'll find a picture. But you used to cut like A4 paper up in a certain way and it becomes like this amazing snowflake. I mean, I'm describing it really badly and I always made it really badly. I could never, ever, ever figure out how to cut it and make it look nice. I feel like I'm going to make it my life's mission to make those paper snowflakes look actually nice. Next time I'm bored, I know what I will do. And now the moment you've all been waiting for. Drum roll, please. In at number 1 today, we have got end of term parties. Woo! We're talking classroom floor picnics, pass the parcel, limbo, school disco, sweets, cakes, chocolates. The list is endless. I don't know about at your primary school, but at the end of term, everything went out the windows and we all went feral. I feel like even our teachers at that point were like, do you know what? Hell yeah, let's have a party. We'd also get like awards and certificates at the end of term that would be presented to us, like most improved student, the best grades, the funniest moments. Do you know what? Looking back, upon reflection, primary school just loved to celebrate us. They were really good at bigging us up and making us feel super confident, and I love that. But I feel like in the real world, no one does that, and it's a little bit of a disappointment when you get there. One of the best moments to have at the end of year parties was the disco DJ, woo! We'd always get given loads of sweets and fizzy drinks, and it was literally the best day ever. I remember we had the Now, that's what I call music, CDs blaring out the speakers. Oh my goodness, life just didn't get better than that, and we didn't even realise it at the time. We'd also have this tradition on the last day called the end of term clear up. Basically, we'd all get into our classroom and music would be going on through the speakers, and basically the teacher would just tell us what to clear up, to take all the bits home with us from the year, and it was just really nice. We'd all just be like dancing around the classroom, clearing out our book bags and our drawers, and it was just so wholesome. We'd be super excited about going on holiday, whether it was Christmas holiday or Easter holiday or summer holiday. We'd all be chatting with our friends saying, I'm going here on holiday, I'm doing this over the holidays. It was just such good vibes. Unreal vibes. And there we have it, guys. We've come to the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed creating this video. If you did enjoy, make sure you smash a thumbs up, hit that notification bell, and subscribe to my channel so you never miss another Holly Hos video ever again. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys same time next week. I love you. Mwah. Until then, have a great week. Bye!